They called her dependable. The glue that held everything together. The one who always knew what to say, what to do, how to fix it, even when things were falling apart. Even when she was falling apart. Her name was Alina, but people called her many things. The strong one. The rock. The helper. No one ever asked how the rock felt when it cracked in silence. She didn't know how to rest, not because she didn't want to, but because she didn't remember what that felt like. Her world had conditioned her. Your value comes from what you can do for others, not who you are, not what you need. So she kept giving. She gave her time to a job that underpaid her. She gave her energy to friends who only showed up when they needed something. She gave her emotional strength to her family, who leaned on her so much she forgot how to stand alone. Until one afternoon, in the middle of a perfectly ordinary day, her body said no more. She stood at her desk, then dropped to the floor. No warning. No grace. Just collapse. Panic. Sirens. Questions. The doctor's words were simple, sharp, unforgettable. You're exhausted. Physically. Mentally. Spiritually. You've hit your limit. She tried to laugh it off. I just need a break, right? But the doctor looked her in the eyes and said, You've needed a break for years. You just didn't think you deserved one. That night she went home, not to rest, but to confront herself. She stood in front of the mirror and didn't recognize the face staring back. Tired eyes. Worn skin. A fading smile. She whispered to herself, What happened to me? And somewhere deep inside, a quiet voice answered, You tried to be everything to everyone, and forgot to be something to yourself. The next morning, she didn't check her messages. She didn't clean the kitchen. She didn't call her boss. She sat in silence. For the first time in what felt like forever. And she cried, not because she was weak, but because she was finally safe enough to feel. And then the healing began. She stopped apologizing for saying no. She deleted contacts that only knew how to take. She chose sleep over stress, peace over pressure, silence over saving everyone. She went on walks, not to burn calories, but to breathe. She read books, not to impress, but to connect. She prayed, not for strength to carry others, but for permission to carry herself. And slowly, her light returned, not because she gave more, but because she gave from abundance, not survival. From a place of rest, not resentment. From love, not burnout. One day, someone asked, Why don't you help like you used to? And she smiled, gently, with kindness, and said, Because now, I help without losing myself. So let this story find you if you're tired. If you're breaking in secret. If you've convinced yourself that love means running on empty. Here's the truth. You are not a machine. You are not a bottomless well. You are not selfish for needing rest. You are not weak for needing care. You are not failing if you pause. You are simply human. And you can't give what you don't have. So fill your cup, let it overflow, and then give. Not out of pressure, but out of peace, because the world doesn't need your burnout. It needs you. Whole. Well. Lit from within.